How are you? Welcome in. I don't have the producers or anything, so I'm looking over here and doing this. So, hi. Happy Saturday. That was what you were listening to is let's see, the Britt Marsden Band, which I call the hillbilly cousin of MeL Muzic. In 2013, um, I sort of changed the name of MeL Muzic. Somebody told me it was a dumb name, and I believed them. And maybe it is, but I should have just left it alone. But either way, it's basically MeL Muzic under a different name. And what you heard was Surreality. Let me see over here. Surreality, Light of the Dawn, and No More, which is also on the MeL Muzic demo. What I call the Purple Swirl. No More is, but the version you just heard had a lot higher production values, and it had a little bit of violin by a girl I met one time at a show doing sound. What is it? I think her name was Laura Kanisha. And I was doing sound. I used to have this little sound company, and I look at this liner notes. I just had a conversation at dinner with Steve from last week. Steve, who was here last week, we had a conversation about liner notes back when you still made records and stuff. And I have somewhere in here Kanisha. Yeah, anyways. She came here. I met her once. She did a great job at this show for this band. And I don't even remember how I got the gig. I don't even remember the band's name. And I said, hey, I need somebody to play violin on this recording project. And she said, okay. And she came over here, and I gave her a couple bucks. And she said, okay. And I gave her the tune, and we worked it out. Laura Kanisha. That's right. And then she left, and I never saw her again. I believe I contacted her when the record came out. But I don't remember anything. That was, 10 years ago. So, anyways, that's the Britt Marsden Band. You can look that up on all the major streaming platforms. It's out there. And let's see. Tonight, I was struggling as to what to play. Sometimes it's real easy and obvious, and sometimes it isn't. And today I tried a whole bunch of things. I'm sort of recovering from very early in the week. I was actually kind of sick. So my first week off, and I was really having a tough time getting out of bed, and have a bit of a sore throat and sinus and headache, and that was early in the week. And I don't feel the ill effects, but I certainly still have a bit of this yuckiness, and so I was struggling. I'm not. It's like somebody who plays sports. I might be a little sore. Not in my best, but that's all right. So, but I tried a few things that didn't work well at all. A couple things that really pushed the edges of kind of irritated my throat, and was like made me want to cough really loudly in the middle. Which, okay, then we can't do that one. And then and I was really struggling as to what to play, and so I was thinking about family a lot this week. I'm very proud of my children, all of them achieving wonderful things and doing well. And two of my three sons had a special event on Friday, and the third of my three sons was there in support. And For those of you who don't know, most of you probably do. There's a few of you hanging out, but if you don't, I have 6 children, um, ranging in age from what is Anne Marie now? 27, maybe 28. I don't know. Does it make me a bad dad? I'm not sure. I think she's 27, and then Jack is the youngest, and he is 13, um, and he's getting ready to graduate from junior high. So, and then I have grandchildren. So it's quite an extended family, and I'm thinking a lot about that kind of stuff. And it's a pretty heavy week. Lot of things going through my mind, and then siblings, and my sister not feeling too well, and I'm glad she's feeling better, and then my other sister contact. It's just family, a lot of family, and it reminded me of this song that I really don't play very much because it's kind of a finger picking style song, and I'm not that's not a skill that I have developed very well. But at the point before I met my wife Dawn, well, I knew, again, for those of you who don't know, I knew my wife Dawn from grade school, but we hadn't seen each other. And I had gotten divorced, and this was before Jack, and there were 5 little kids, and I was single, living in an apartment, and the plan for the kind of dad I had planned on being had gotten interrupted. And one of my biggest concerns was not being around enough for my kids, not being there. It was my biggest goal was to be there. Good, bad, or indifferent was to just be there. And suddenly, the right decision to end the marriage, it was definitely the right decision, but it was extremely difficult to reconcile the fact that I was not going to live in the same house as my kids, and it was going to be, and this was, I lived in this apartment, and I was really struggling, and so the concern of what your kids are going to think, and what they were little, and how they were going to view me in the future, and some concerns with, how that was going to go, and my mom was still around. My mom, has been gone a while, but, and there was this one time I was at my sister Kim's house, and when I didn't have anything to do or any place to go, I would go sit at Kim and Tom's, and we'd sit on the front porch and listen to the radio and talk about stuff and have a couple of adult beverages, and it was a nice way to spend an evening. And sometimes I would even bring my guitar and play my guitar. And my mom was there one time, right after I wrote this, and I played this song, and when I was done, she pulled me aside and said, "That's my favorite song. That's a great song." And so this one is Mom's favorite, and for a long time it didn't even have a title, but it's not very long, and I think because I have a bit of a sore throat, we're not going to go too terribly long today. But I thought I would play this one. It's called Never Doubt, and just a young dad, kind of afraid. Look at that, I remembered. Ha! Kind of concerned. I wouldn't say afraid, but concerned his kids might think that he didn't care. So, let's see here. Oh, I'm playing the wrong one. It's a song I wrote at the same time called Tangled Rope, and that was it. But this is... There we go. Want to be there. Want to show you everything I know. Want to help you. And I want to see you grow. Really miss you. And I don't know what I'll do. Want to be there, so you never doubt that I love you. Want to teach you how to stand on your own feet, to have self-respect, grace and dignity, help you up when you're falling down, be a friend to you when another can't be found. Really miss you, and I don't know what I'll do. Want to be there, so you never doubt that I love you. I love you. Each and every one of you. I love you. Pretty simple, but I think it gets to the heart of it. And spoiler alert, they don't seem to hate me. No, we get along great. If they do hate me, they really act like they don't when I'm around, so I think that's good. At least they're good at that. I'm kidding. They despise me. Again, kidding. Sorry. Maybe those are bad jokes. I don't know. So we'll end there. I think we'll just keep it simple tonight. Coming up, let's see. I can't continue to promote the release, but there is a release, if you don't know, on major streaming services. We have Good and Broken as a new release just this past week, finally. Getting some good feedback from a very strong endorsement from the Home Studio Corner, which is a forum if you're interested in recording and engineering. They're very helpful over there. Joe Gilder is really good at what he does. And let's see. Also, let's see. We got Two Brothers coming up in September. Two Brothers. I can't remember. We just booked it the 7th, I think, September 7th, the weekend after Memorial Day or Labor Day. And then I did look up a terrible joke, and I found some terrible jokes, but this one actually, truth be told, when I first read it in my brain, I didn't get it immediately. Shows you where I was at on this one. So, but then it took a second, and then I laughed, and I thought, well, that's good enough for me. So What do you call an illegally parked frog? Toad. If I had a drum set in here, I'd give myself a rim shot. But I don't. Toad. Toad. So, terrible, right? Pretty terrible. I considered playing two, but again, maybe I'll play the song I started to play was called Tangled Rope, and it's about the end of a relationship when you know it has to end, but it still um, hurts. But you know it's got to end. And new things can't begin if old things don't end. That was moderately profound. All right, I should stop now. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. For all the long ones, this was a short one. Thank you. I greatly appreciate anyone paying attention to this. Check out melmusic.com. We're working on expanding that and acknowledgments. Check out Spotify, the new single Good and Broken. If you haven't, if you have and you think it's okay, then let somebody know. Help us. There's a new thing. On this channel, if I get more than 50 subscribers, which I don't have yet, it opens up the opportunity for me to do things like stream live remotely. Because right now it's kind of tied to me streaming from here. And I was going to stream from somewhere else today, and then I realized that I couldn't like just set up my phone and stream live from my phone. I have to have at least 50 subscribers. So currently at 32, 34, something like that. So I don't know, tell a friend. Get a friend to subscribe. Check us out. All the previous 28 episodes are on the live tab on the MeL Muzic channel. So if you'd like to go back and watch any of those, I believe coming up, I decided I'm going to. The very first one I did was a really bad day for me, and nobody was watching. And I got about halfway through an original song I wrote called Alone. And I almost played that today, but it was a little too rough on the throat. But we're going to play that soon. I think we're going to do Tangled Rope soon. So those are some originals. And then I have a list of covers coming up. And yeah. So hopefully we'll get some people in here. I think my friend Mike's going to come, but we don't have a date yet. And some other folks have expressed an interest in wanting to come here, so that's cool. And thanks to anyone who listens. And have a good night. All right. All right. I think there's all right. Bye bye then. All right.